Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know. Oops, sorry. I'm already falling all over the place. Someone just give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Um, Let me add Amanda. She's here. Blame Amanda for us being late.
Hey, crazy.
Ew, I don't like that. Hold on. Talk to everybody right now while I fix the backdrop. Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
I'm sorry for being late.
It's okay. Actually, you guys, it's my fault. We were supposed to go live at 11, but since this is a new case, you know me, I want to make sure I had all my notes and everything in order, so I changed it to 11:25, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get everything, and then it was Amanda that was late.
We'll see. What happened was I was trying to finish up just a small video of pictures of Amari, and I put my phone on what's it called? Do not disturb, so I could make the video, and then I got lost in my head and in my video maker thing, and then I looked up and it was exactly 11:30.
So you guys, right now, I'm gonna just fix that backdrop because it's covering Amari's face and it's gonna bug me the whole show. So give me a second.
You see, what had happened was.
Yeah, right. Tell the story.
So hey guys, how are you today? Can you hear me all right? I feel like I'm echoing a little bit.
You do have an echo a little bit.
Is it better? I turned it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's better. That's
Okay.
better.
I think I just had it too loud.
And I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
gonna.
see, like I know you use Do Not Disturb a lot. I think you forget it's on too, like I do.
So how are you guys all doing today on a Sunday? I mean, a Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day it is.
Wow.
I'm still half asleep. This is early for me. I barely have my coffee right now. Don't judge me.
I got Starbucks, so I'm ready, set, and ready to go.
So just so you guys know what I'm doing right now, and I do apologize. This is probably why I don't go live early. I am making a new backdrop because, like I said, it's bugging me that.
She'll go OCD if she doesn't see the pictures clearly. But I
Yeah,
understand. It's out of respect.
yeah, it's his face is covered. So hold on, you guys. So
Demon
Amanda, just talk to chat.
Demon Chell says it's Sunday. Yes.
It feels like it already, huh?
So yeah, Crazy and I just we can't stop talking about these two cases. And I mean, I think it's worthwhile going live over them and making videos on them because we shouldn't just be talking about the same cases over and over. And not just that, the reason I think a lot of us follow true crime is to bring awareness to things too, not just to expose things or just to cover things. I find that this brings awareness. At least I want to talk to people um like Tristyn's mom. I want to know things that she'd recommend now from here on out on what to do. And I'd like to hear from even Aiden's mom what she would recommend from here on out, things that she would change. And then I'd like to speak to people like Amari's mom, who, if you haven't heard, was a missing toddler who whose mom left him with her boyfriend while she went to Colorado for a small trip. And while she was gone, her boyfriend told her that he had been kidnapped, and she came back and they went on the news. They had search parties. They were looking for him. And turns out that in the end, her boyfriend killed the little boy, and he killed him over a potty training accident. This is just something that I would like to bring awareness of. Like, ma'am, if you're going to have a new boyfriend, don't leave your son with him. And I want to also see what else is going on. I think that there's more to the story. I don't think the mom was there, and I don't think she was involved in that sense, but I think there's definitely more to be seen, and we all can learn from things like this.
Yes, I agree. And hello to everybody coming on to chat. Don't think I'm ignoring you or any of that. I'm just going to say one big hello. Normally, I go everybody name by name, but because we have two cases to talk about, I kind of want to make sure I keep going. How do you say it? Keep on.
Keep the momentum going.
No, keep keep my, I don't know, whatever. I just don't want to be all over the place, and I'm already are. But we're going to be talking the Tristyn Bailey case and then Amari Nicholson case. These are two cases that happened just this month. So there is still a lot of information that needs to come out, but we're going to give you and go over everything we know as of today. And of course, if you're new to my channel, hello, I'm Crazy Crime Chick. Give a big, big welcome to my guest, Amanda Vida Loca. So give her a big, big welcome. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quick with you guys. You hear the birds chirping?
Oh, you hear my birds chirping? Sorry.
Oh, is that yours? I hear them. That's so cool. I thought it was mine. Do you guys hear the birds chirping?
Well, I'm in the garage, as most of you know. And it's getting warmer in here, so I'm going to have to open the door from now on. I'm going to have to find a new place to hide.
I can hear them.
Okay, now that bird's getting annoying. I'm going to go throw a shoe at it. Just kidding.
Okay, so I'm going to put this one up. Let's see.
So what has everybody been up to? Oh, oh no, Jackie K. I don't like following that kind of stuff. It just makes me so sad, especially when we don't know, when we don't know the actual truth, and then we can only start guessing. But Jen says she's prepping dinner, and Mama Bear called me a garage dweller. So thank you, Mama Bear. I own it. Hey,
wow.
Amber. So Crazy. You said you had been researching further into Tristyn Bailey right before we went live. What were you looking into?
That's not cool. My whole screen. Hold on. Let's see. You guys don't need to see all that. Hold on. I'm trying to share a photo with you guys, but all of a sudden,
Wait, a photo of what?
Of Tristyn.
Oh, hey Andy, how are you? Why, Sky? Did you say it?
Okay, so let's see. There you go. Normally,
Yes.
I'm like, see, at night, I know what I'm doing. All of a sudden, I'm during the day, and I have no idea what the hell I'm doing all of a sudden. So I do apologize, guys. Hopefully, you guys you guys know my channel, so you guys are like, whatever.
Yes, we all know your channel.
Yeah, channel. Sorry. All right, let's try this again.
Am I echoing?
I think you're fine. All right.
So I was making a video, an Amari video, and honestly, there's just so much that I can't even finish it. There are so many news interviews and so many pictures that I can't even finish the video. I just keep finding more things to add in, and then I don't want to just make it all like news interviews or like news channel things, but I also feel it's important to get them all and put them all together instead of having to go to like 50 different networks to get all the information.
Yes. Okay, so can you guys see that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you the breakdown of what we know so far about Tristyn Bailey. So Tristyn Bailey, she was 13 years old. She's from St. John's, Florida. She went to Patriot Oaks Academy. Now, her parents reported her missing on Mother's Day at 10 a.m. St. John's Sheriff, they arrived on the scene almost immediately. And I must say that how fast this crime got solved blows my mind. She was reported missing at 10 a.m. At 6 p.m., her body was recovered.
Yeah.
And also, they had flyers already out there. They had the community. You had women in dresses because keep in mind, it was Sunday, church day. Not only that, it was Mother's Day. So you had women in their heels, in their dresses, out looking for Tristyn. Now, she was found at 6 p.m. by one of the residents. He was out helping them search for her, and he did find her near a pond. Now, this is the breakdown for what we have for surveillance, okay? So surveillance shows on Sunday, Mother's Day, May 9th at 1:15 a.m. Tristyn and Aiden were walking. So it shows them two walking at the amenity center. Now, 30 minutes later, they are captured again on a home surveillance camera walking towards the woods where her body would end up being found. 2 hours later, on a different home security camera, Aiden is caught walking opposite direction, and now he is alone. So I'm gonna
Carrying a pair of shoes only.
Yes, he was carrying a pair of shoes only. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the arrest report up for you guys, and we're gonna go through that arrest report.
Did you ever find the part 3 of the arrest affidavit?
No, honestly, I was on Twitter, and that's how I got this right here. But there
Susie
is
was so mad at me. She's like, "Where's part 3?" I was like, "I don't know. Ask somebody."
I was like, we need it, but we don't. We have just the page 2 of it, but it goes over a lot. Let me get that for you guys.
But yes, so they're saying now that they believe they found evidence at his home that was clothing, and we're trying to figure out right now whether it was his clothing or her clothing. So they described the items that they were wearing on their way to what looks like to be the last place anybody saw Tristyn. And when he walks back, he was carrying a pair of shoes, and he said that he took his shoes off because his feet hurt. Yeah. And that's why he took them off to walk with them. And that's all you can see him carrying in the video, or so they said. Now, if they're saying that he hid her clothes at his house, does this mean he went back and grabbed her clothes later?
Something else I want to point out also, which kind of has me a little confused, is that, and I'm going to show you guys this, on her missing flyers, what she was wearing is different than what she was found in, and also what surveillance shows her wearing. So I'm just a little confused on that. What all the flyers say that she was wearing was a black shirt and a white cheerleader skirt and black bands. But we know that when they found her, she was wearing black pants and a black shirt. So that's why I'm just a little confused on, was she changed? Did she go home and change? Those are the little things I still have, but I want to show you guys the flyer really quick and show you what it says. And again, thank you guys for being patient with us. This is a new case, you guys. It's not like when I talk the Watts case, I'm like, bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. This is something different. So we're going to learn it together. And please ask your questions in chat, because after this, I will look at all of them. And then when I make a video over this or go live, I'll be able to address any of those questions.
Yes. And Crazy is a stickler for the facts. If I send her something, the second question she sends me is source. How'd you find out? Right, Sky? Everything is, how'd you find out? Who told you? Where'd you find this? Send it to me.
I'm really big on facts and fiction, rumors. So if you say this happened, I want to see the paperwork on it. That's just the way I've always been. Okay, so you guys can see this one. So clearly, really in bold, she was wearing a white cheerleading skirt and a dark colored shirt. Then we have also this one. Again, I'm going to put back up for you guys. Give me a second. It's loading. Okay, share. And she's such a beautiful young girl. It's so heartbreaking, this case.
So beautiful. And you made a very good point the other day that I had easily assumed that she maybe snuck out of her window and went to go meet Aiden. But you're making a good point with the skirt thing. And you had said the other day, maybe she was just supposed to come home earlier and then she didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can see on this one, it says that she was last seen wearing a white cheer skirt, black or blue shorts, and white and black Vans. So see, this one too says that she was wearing a white skirt, and some shorts maybe underneath it. You know how the cheer girls wear those little shorts underneath their skirts?
Thanks.
Yeah, so this is another flyer, and all the flyers that I've seen, they all say the same thing. She was wearing a white cheerleader skirt with a black top, or a dark top, sorry. So that's why I'm just still scratching my head. I know since this case just happened on Mother's Day, we're gonna get so much more information put out with it. But I wonder, did he change her, or I don't know, or did she go home and change? Also, when you look up this case, the sheriff constantly says that, the last time she was seen was by family members. So again, I wonder, did her family see her at the house? Did family members see her at this amenity center? Like, those are just questions that I'm still waiting on, but we don't have any of those answers yet. Even though, like you were saying, Amanda, there is also speculation going around social media right now with this case. I've seen where people say my daughter knew her, they were friends. She actually was going to sneak out. I've
Yes.
had, yeah, that's been going around there, that she snuck out. But then there's also other people that said that her parents knew she was there. So we really don't know those facts yet. So I just tell everybody, just be patient with that. This case just happened. I'm sure all of that's going to come out within the next few days. As of right now, 11:48 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, there's been no new updates when it comes to this case. So everything you guys are going to see from us right now is literally, that's all we have to go on right now. So let me get the arrest report, and then Amanda, can you just see what people are saying in chat, please?
Yes. Well, a lot of them are, they're all talking the case, how sad this is. And Mickey Barnes says that they were Nike Pros, the shoes that he was
Or
carrying.
what Aiden was wearing.
What he was carrying, I believe. She doesn't say, but I believe it's the shoes that he was carrying. And then John Leahy reminds us that the sheriff described him as he accused Aiden of, as he said, Aiden was a man and a cold-blooded killer, and he called him a man because he said it was a man's crime or something to that effect. I don't know if you
Yeah,
heard that, but that
yeah,
was a very strong statement.
you guys.
You guys don't understand this StreamYard thing. It is such a brain tease.
It is. Well, not only that, because it does lag. So what you guys see is different than what I'm seeing. So that's why I try to be on YouTube from my phone so I can see exactly what you guys are seeing. Because I see it before you guys if I'm looking just at my screen. So I'm waiting for you guys to see it. And I'm like, okay, no one's saying anything. But then when I look exactly on YouTube, I can see exactly how it looks right there. So let me see if I can share this with you. But you want it bigger, you said, right?
Yes, it's off right now.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Share screen. All right, let's try this again, you guys. And I'm going to make it bigger. Let's see. Is that big enough?
Well,
No?
you know what we'll do is what you could do, you can link this on your community page if you want.
Yeah, and I also have, I'll share it in the Facebook group too. So we'll make a tab just for Tristyn, and we'll add all the stuff on there too. So can you see it okay, Amanda, or no?
I could see it, but yeah, I could see it.
Can you read it, or you can't read it?
I could read it.
Okay, so wait, they're saying it's still small. Hold on. I'm just seeing what you guys saying. Can you guys see it?
But I'm on a laptop too, so if they're on an iPhone, it's going to be smaller.
Okay. Hold on. All right. So I'm just gonna, but again, I'll just share it on the Facebook group because I can't make it any bigger. I'm not. Let me see.
Yeah, we could just read it out.
Oh wait. What if I do this?
Do you want me to read it? Oh, there it goes. That's big.
Is that too big?
No, that's fine.
Can you read it, Amanda, or no?
Yeah, let me see.
Okay.
All right. Video footage obtained from a home on Saddlestone Drive revealed two subjects walking east on Saddlestone Drive at approximately 1:45 hours. One subject was wearing what appeared to be shorts, a light-colored hooded sweatshirt, and white shoes with black Nike logo. The second The second subject appeared to be wearing black pants and a black shirt. The video footage depicted only one subject wearing the shorts and the light-colored hooded sweatshirt walking west on Saddlestone Drive at approximately 3:27 hours. Or 3:27 hours. The subject walking west was carrying a pair of white shorts with a black Nike logo. The defendant was transported to the sheriff's office and placed into an interview room. While alone in the interview room, which was audio and video recording, the defendant's mother mentioned something about the video surveillance depicting the defendant carrying his shoes. The defendant admitted he took his shoes off because his feet hurt. The victim was located deceased on the south end of the retention pond, located just to the east of the cul-de-sac of Saddlestone Drive. The victim appeared to have significant injury to her head and other trauma and was wearing black pants with a black shirt. It appeared to be noted the defendant's residence is located approximately 0.3 miles from the location where the victim was discovered, which is consistent within the timeline established from the video surveillance. A search warrant was executed on the defendant's residence, where several items of evidentiary value were located within the defendant's bedroom, which were consistent with clothing observed in the aforementioned video surveillance. Furthermore, some of the items yielded a presumptive positive test result for the presence of blood. Based on the defendant's statements, the video surveillance and items of evidentiary value obtained from the defendant's bedroom, probable cause was established for homicide. Okay. And then it goes on to show his booking information.
Yeah, so what they're saying is that they have video surveillance of Tristyn and Aiden together. And again, now there are a lot of rumors being put out there, and we're going to go into that about others being involved, especially when we first learned about this case. There were people on social media posting on her Instagram page in the comment section that they were involved with the crime. These are young men, little 14-year-olds saying they were involved with the crime. There was a hashtag free Aiden. But clearly from this report, it says that it was only two people, Tristyn and Aiden. So if there's other surveillance that shows other things, right now we don't know that. But right here, it just shows that as of this, and also the sheriff has says multiple times that there's only one person that's responsible for her murder, and it's Aiden. So I just want to make sure I say that right now, because that's one of the biggest things out there is that these other kids are saying they did it. I mean, they were writing some horrible comments. Amanda, I know you were the one that was telling me about a lot of the comments and what you were seeing. Do you want to tell them what it was?
I've seen some awful ones, guys. I mean, some of them just start from trolling on her pictures, saying she is beautiful or she's drop dead gorgeous. That's what they said under her pictures after she died, and then like multiple people replying back to him. And this is the same guy. They mentioned him on the news in the beginning. Now, these are just rumors of trolls. We don't know if they're real people that are associated with this case. But from my sleuthing, I truly believe that this kid that is doing it, or the group of kids that are doing it, do know the victims in the crime. And they do know Aiden, and they hashtag free Aiden and stuff like that. That is kind of okay. But there was, I got sent, I think Don Keller sent it to me, and it was screenshots of him saying, snap me $5 and I'll tell you what happened to Tristyn.
Yeah.
That was beyond me.
Yeah, there's just a lot of comments that, and law enforcement is looking at everything. And they're going to, in Florida, I guess you can be held responsible for hampering an investigation. Law enforcement is trying to solve this crime, and you're over here making up lies saying you are responsible also from it. So you are taking time from these, detectives, so you can be held responsible. So that's one thing the sheriff did say, because they said they had actually the sheriff had to go on the news and talk about it because it's getting out of control. And not only that, you guys, it blows my mind the victim shaming on this and the victim blaming. She is 13 years old, and you have grown people, you know, that are blaming her, saying
Right.
it's her fault. She wore too much makeup.
Yeah.
She was a cheerleader because she wore the shorts, the cheerleaders. I mean, the things that are being said, it blows my mind. I mean, this behavior from a teenager, I guess, like Sky told me, because I was like blown away by some of these comments, and she's like, well, it's, a 14-year-old, but then to see adults also make these comments blow my mind too. You know what I mean?
And one thing I forgot to mention when I read the affidavit was it said that she was found zero point 0.3 miles away from his home. And this is a little bit off track, but they usually find when the killer strikes, they usually find the body within 3 miles of their home. So
Mm-hmm.
wherever they kill, they always hide them somewhere they feel, most of the time, they hide them where they feel comfortable, usually within 3 miles.
And another thing, and look at right here, it's zero point 0.3 miles from the location where she was discovered is where he lived. Um, and I just wonder too, since I'm gonna, the it says that she was stabbed to death with a sharp object. Um, did he have a knife on him? I mean, that's what I want to know. Is what I mean. I don't know. And I may sound naive, but
I
it
don't think you
really
sound
blows my
naive.
mind. It blows my mind, this case, and I think that's why I'm just really interested in this case, because what makes a 14-year-old do this horrific crime? And like you said, the sheriff did say that this was not an accident. This was a cold-blooded murder,
Right.
and it was multiple stab wounds. So it wasn't just one or two. He even the sheriff said he will not say how many times.
Right. And
So that
they also don't they're trying not to say that it was a knife. So we don't know yet if it was a knife. Um that was, oh, I got scared. I thought my computer was going to turn off. They don't mention if it was a knife that was involved. They just say that she was stabbed with a sharp object. So we don't know what he really did use. And you're right, he won't mention how many times. And then also, she did have blunt force trauma to her face. So we don't know. Well, we obviously know that's not what she died from. So that's probably how he got her to. I don't know. Maybe that's how he subdued her.
Yeah, I don't, and then, I don't know. And another thing, they must have known each other. They did go to the same school together. I want to point that out also. There is nothing's been said yet if they were classmates, but they must have known each other if she is caught on camera with him at the center walking with him. So
Right.
she must have known him.
And it sounds like they have mutual friends too, because the replies to his snap sound like they know both ends.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know why anybody would want to pretend they are part of this kind of um, horrific
There's definitely
crime.
those people out there that will interject themselves into cases, a la NK. But um, I think that these kids, the ones that are out trolling right now, I really do think that they know what they're saying. They know, I'm not saying they were involved in any way, but I have a feeling that Aiden let them know what happened, and that's why they're carrying this sick, cruel joke on.
Yeah, and also, the sheriff has said multiple times that they're still questioning a lot of witnesses, a lot. And that Snapchat photo, the one we have seen where Aiden is throwing the peace sign, and it says, what does it say on his, what does it say that he wrote?
It
Have you
says,
seen?
"Has anyone seen Tristyn lately?"
Yeah. So there's also replies back on that. And they're saying, you know what you did. So you know what you did. You're the reason she's in this mess. So obviously, people knew he was responsible. These kids did. I'm wondering, were there like a group of kids at this center just hanging out? I don't know. But right here on the screen, if you guys can see it, so this right here would be the amenity center. So again, she's caught. They are both caught together right here walking. Now, this is where he lives, and it says that there was evidence found in the bedroom. It tested positive of blood. We don't know yet whose blood. We don't know if Aiden was hurt himself. Sometimes when it's an overkill, they end up cutting themselves. That's been done. So we don't know whose blood is what. I'm going to only assume it's Tristyn, especially if there was multiple stab wounds.
That's a very good note, Crazy, that he didn't that sometimes they do cut themselves. And
Yeah.
I made sure to look at his hands, and his hands look free of any cuts. So that leads me to believe that they may be omitting the part that it was a knife for a reason, that maybe it wasn't a knife that caused these stab wounds.
Mm-hmm. And then you see them walking. So right here, this is them going into the woods together. So right here it says that on camera it's shown that two people are caught walking into the woods together. Again, one's wearing shorts and a light blue hoodie with white Nikes, and the logo is black. And then the other one is wearing black pants and a black shirt at 3:27 a.m. And then this one person is seen only now on a different camera walking the opposite directions, wearing the shorts, the hoodie, and this time they're carrying their shoes with the black Nike logo. Now, as Amanda read in the arrest report, that he told his mother he took his shoes off because his feet hurt, which, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's true. I just think it's weird that he has his shoes off. I don't know why he would have took his shoes off,
Well,
but then obviously
if
her body is found.
looking at it now, it does look like they walked pretty far. If the amenity center is this far away from where the other time is, the 1:45, that's
Hmm.
almost 3 miles. I mean, that's more than 3 miles, which we could see is, or does it say, is it saying 3 miles altogether?
Point 0.3 miles is where
Oh,
the woods would be from where he lived.
I'm sorry. I thought it said 3 miles, like they walked 3 miles.
No, it's no. So the 0.3 miles is going to be where her body was found in that wooded area near the pond, and 0.3 miles from his house. So that's like, to me, that's like almost his backyard practically.
Yeah, but okay.
So,
So if you look at it that way, they still walked about a mile and a half.
mhm.
Because
I wanted to know where, and I couldn't find, and I'm sure right now I'm not going to find it, but what's the distance from the amenity center to her house? Everything I was reading was that, this is a center that all the kids would go hang out on. And let me show you what it looked like. All the kids would hang out there. They have a pool. I'm not sure if that's a basketball court there, but they have a lot of different things. And I'm going to say this now. This was a freaking nice area. Now, I
yeah.
can say this is a nice area. The houses were really nice. I sound like NK. Wow. No, but this area was really nice, and even the neighbors were saying this type of stuff doesn't happen in their area. Like, and I will say this is a nice area. Let me get that other one for you. Mhm. Let me see. So this is just a little one. I have two. So let me show you this one first, so you guys can kind of see what is there. How's everyone doing in chat? I hope you guys
They
are all
all
doing
seem
okay.
they're all just asking questions. I mean, uh, we're not the only people that found this interesting. I think a lot of people are looking at this and saying, "Wow, you know, it's it's not different. We see stuff like this sometimes, but it's just this day and age right now, COVID, she
Mhm.
seems so normal. He seems like a normal kid. This is just also shocking. I think we can't look away."
Okay, so let me share this. So I have two photos. So let me show you guys this one first. I think I might have to save the other one. Okay, can you guys see that okay? Do I need to make it bigger? Let me
No,
see.
that's fine.
Okay. So this is the Derby Crossing Amenity Center. So you can tell there's a pool there. I'm not sure if this is a tennis court or basketball court, but this is definitely going to be somewhere in their community that the kids hang out at. I even seen that a lot of the neighbors would go and all hang out there. I'm not sure if it's like a tight knit, like everybody kind of knows everybody in that little community. Um, but this is where they were caught. And this has surveillance on it. I mean, I could bet money that this is going to have surveillance. And that's where they were last seen walking. They were first seen walking here at 1:15. So that shows that she left willingly with him. Let me get the other one for you guys.
And like you said, that looks like a nice amenity center. It doesn't look.
No, wait till you see this other one. The other one is, I was like, okay, this is freaking nice. Hold on. I'm just sending it to my computer.
So, along with some of the rumors, one of the rumors that I saw initially was that they found her behind a basketball court, but now we know that she was in the woods. But just hearing that made me think like all these kids are talking about this. They all know, they're all talking and giving away information to each other. I knew it wasn't going to be right, and as we can see here, we can see the basketball courts, but still, it's just so sad that they even have to talk about this. This is probably all on their minds all day right now.
Yep. And hold on, guys. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, CC Clark, I did see that. I don't know if you've been privy to it, crazy that his
What?
dad has his dad has a criminal record.
I'm still in the process of looking into all of that, you guys. Also, there was rumors going around that his family knew law enforcement.
Right.
So
That was a rumor.
yeah, that was already conspiracy being put out there. Um, no, I have not heard that about the dad yet.
So when Teresa sent it to me initially, she sent me like his arrest report, and it's lewd and lascivious acts on a minor and
Oh,
child abuse.
oh
And
wow.
yeah, and it was I believe he was 18 and it was a younger girl, I believe she was 15, and he got in trouble for it. And when I first saw it, I thought to myself, this isn't any of my business. This isn't part of it, so I kind of ignored it. But yesterday I got another one. Somebody else sent it to me. I think it was Don Keller again. She sent me more, and it just made me think, or she then verified to me that it was him doing something when he was younger, and then I decided that yes, it does have something to do with what's going on. And I guess he had gotten into trouble one time while he had one of his sons with him. It doesn't specify whether it was Aiden or not, but I guess he had gotten into some type of altercation before with a child, with one of his children with him. But the previous one was something aside from having children, and it appears as if he had an issue when he was younger with
Oh
something.
wow.
This is nefarious. I mean, I'm not saying it's murder, but you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
So this is the amenity center. This is more of a closer.
That's nice. That's a nice.
This is really nice, you guys. Really, really nice. So you can see there's the pond. These are homes right here. So see, they were caught somewhere on this part, walking. So, and then there's the wooded area. So yeah, this is a very nice area. And again, the residents that have talked all say that this isn't something that happens in their community. Crime don't happen there. So I really want to know if others were involved, even if they witnessed something, all that will come out. But right now, Aiden Fucci is being charged with second-degree murder, and he's in custody right now. He has to stay there for at least 21 days, but by then, the district attorney's going to file paperwork on it, and the charges could be changed. I think they are going to go to first degree. But we'll have to wait and see. And I do 100% believe they're going to charge him as an adult because they are showing his face. They're not hiding his identity, which, Amanda, you made a really good point that normally that would be hidden because he's obviously a minor. And right now they're just putting it all out there. And that's crazy to me.
Yes, Jen, this is Florida. We're back in Florida. It's not Colorado
Florida.
this time.
Yeah, St. John's, Florida. So is
Oh,
there
it's,
anything
it's St.
else?
John's County in Florida.
Yeah, St. John's County in Florida. I do want to show you guys what they said about the online trolls. Let me find it.
What do you think, Crazy, about the dad thing? Do you think that stuff could be biological?
I don't know. I mean, I have to look more into that because I hadn't heard that before. So
Awesome.
that's yeah, that's all news to me. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I can't comment on that yet. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this crime, I want to know, did he show signs prior to this? What's the murder weapon here? I mean, I don't know. Those are the things I do want to know more. And that question right now, I can't answer that one right now. So
Yeah,
let's
I,
see.
I completely understand. I'm,
What do you think?
I think that if it's true, it could very well be a reason why he feels this way towards women. Um, not saying that it could be biological. It could just be like, Sky likes to put all the factors in, and if somebody has a bad childhood, Sky will take that into account with how they act and stuff. And she said, oof, it sounds like he had a rough hand at life. And, she wants to start feeling bad for him. And I said, don't start, but only because we know what he's done now. But, she's right. Maybe he did have a rough life with his dad pertaining to that stuff. And we really don't know what happened behind closed doors. Does that mean he could go off and do this to an innocent girl? No way. Not at all. But we
I
will
mean,
try to
yeah, and they
understand.
also, when they had the hearing, his first court hearing, he is crying. I mean, he's 14 years old, and one thing I did notice in the Facebook book groups, while I'm going to share the screen right now with you guys, but man, some people are just like throw the key away, like just. I mean, I don't know, and I try to put myself in situations, and I think, what if what if this happened to one of my girls? How would I feel if another 14-year-old? And I don't know. Like, I don't know. But again, he's 14 years old. This is just, and someone said, well, why is it so shocking to you? And I'm like, why
What?
isn't it shocking to you? That's the question that you should be asked. This is just not, I mean, 14 years old.
I have this crazy memory. Well, for certain things, you can try to make me memorize something important, and I won't. But I'm one of those people that can remember almost everything about my life. Like I can remember all of my teachers' names and stuff like that.
Really?
And yeah.
Oh my God, I
And
can't remember what I did yesterday.
I
Dad
found
has a
kittens
good
yesterday.
memory.
In case none of you guys heard from me yesterday, it's because I found kittens and my whole world turns upside down. Anyway,
Oh my gosh, she found 4 kittens, and she was ignoring me and Sky for like, I don't
I
know how
rescued them.
long. And then she's like, oh, I found 4 kittens and I was just playing with the kitten. I'm like, oh my God, where the hell you find 4 kittens?
I was saving their lives. Anyway, um, I remember being 14. At 14, not only was I already feeling grown, I remember being astute. I remember being able to make my own decisions. And I think that this boy knew exactly what he was doing at 14. Granted, he may have been a little bit immature in some things, but I think 14 is an age where you already know what you're doing. And that's why
Yeah,
I think it's okay for him to be charged as an adult.
yeah. And I think he is going to be charged as an adult. Can you guys see the screen right there?
I can see you pulling up YouTube, yes.
Okay, I need to get back on YouTube to see how big you guys are seeing, because it's different than what I see. Okay, so I'm gonna play this video, and this goes over the social media trolls. Um, Let me go ahead and, as you can see, I watched it like I don't know how many times. Let me unmute this.
Of 13-year-old Tristyn Bailey, her 14-year-old accused killer remains locked up in a juvenile detention center in Daytona Beach. The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office tells us detectives there are following every lead, including tips about internet posts with teens claiming to have been involved. News4JAX's I-Team investigator Vic Micolucci spoke with a local attorney about what we've learned is legally risky online behavior.
Lots of messages on social media from people claiming to be part of 13-year-old Tristyn Bailey's murder. We've been reviewing all of the accounts, but are not identifying them. The posts taunt her family and friends, and they're using the hashtag #FreeAiden.
I can't believe
hundreds
that.
and hundreds of leads.
Sheriff Rob Hardwick says his detectives have been bombarded with messages about these internet trolls, and they're investigating every tip. Nothing is off the table.
Interesting times, Vic, where we're trying to figure out, is this real? Is this legit? Is it coming from a person that's a possible witness? Well, we're going to find out and track down every single lead.
The sheriff says detectives have identified several accounts and are honing in on the posters. Florida state statutes show that someone could be charged with interfering with their investigation, whether it's resisting an officer or providing false information to law enforcement. The latter could lead to a felony. Besides being heartless, is this criminal?
Can somebody go post something stupid on the internet, which is what's happening here? Yes. The question is whether or not they know what they're doing is impacting a criminal investigation. And what we have seen and what we know is that the sheriff's office has these individuals. They know who they are. They know who are the ones who keep posting.
Attorney G. Nichols is not affiliated with the case, but he's disgusted by these comments as a family and a community grieves. He says cyber stalking charges are also possible. There's a fine line here between free speech and interfering with an investigation.
It is time for these individuals who are out there to stop trolling, because the sheriff's office can come get you. Your First Amendment right is not absolute, and it is not absolute when you're affecting a criminal investigation.
And the sheriff has made it abundantly clear right now the evidence points to one murderer who he has identified as 14-year-old Aiden Fucci. But he says his detectives will track down any tips and leads that come their way, and they're working tirelessly to get all the information in this case. I'm Vic Micolucci, Channel 4, the local station.
Thank you, Vic. A Catholic church in St. Johns County will hold a special Mass Sunday in support of the Bailey family. It'll be at Patriot Oaks Academy, where the 7th grade student went to school. It'll be at 11 o'clock in the morning. St. Mark's Catholic Mission Church says everyone is welcome to
I wonder
attend.
if they're gonna. I'm sure they're gonna show that. I want to see it on Sunday though.
Did you see that though? That the mass is going to be held at her school. The church is at their school.
Oh, that's whoa. Okay, I didn't even pick that up.
That's what it appears as if they said. They said it's going to be held at school, and then they said the mass is going to be held at the school.
Yeah, so that's what we have right now for that case, you guys. So I'm sure something will be. I want to know. I want to see the autopsy report. I don't know about you guys. I want to know, because there are rumors again that she was SA, and there is no proof of that as of yet. People are using the R word, and it's just, there's no proof of that. So as of right now, I'm going to say that didn't happen. But again, we have to wait for those results to come in. If others were involved, 100%, they're going to be held accountable for it. So when new things come up with this case, we're going to update you guys. I'm actually trying to work on a video just about her. I want to know, does she have sisters, brothers, just about her in general. So that's what I'll be working on.
I do know that she had siblings.
Yeah, I know she had one sister, right? Because I did see a comment, something about, I miss you so much, sister, or something like that I had seen. But I'm not sure the ages or anything like that. Again, she was only 13 years old, you guys. She had her whole life ahead of her. And I keep thinking about when I was 13, you just want to be with your friends, and it's a sad case for sure.
Yeah. And, we don't know if that comment came from a friend and was just calling her sister, but I do know from news reports that she was a loving daughter and sister. So we do know that she had siblings, but like Crazy said, we don't know which ones. And same with Aiden. He has siblings, but we don't know ages or gender.
Yeah. And I just want to thank I want to thank Nicole for that super chat. You're so sweet. Thank you. It says drive-by super chat. Drive-by here.
Rock Nicole.
So we're gonna now talk the
Amari.
Amari Nicholson case, and I'm gonna hand this over to Amanda because she's been really looking into this case. I have also been watching this case, but I'm a little disappointed in myself that I did not see this shit coming. I watched that news conference that his mother did and the boyfriend did, and I didn't know how to read that news conference. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can tell he seemed upset, but I couldn't. I don't know. I didn't see that one. I personally thought. You want to know what I thought? You guys want to know? I thought that they were possibly lying and they were going to try to raise money and just take the money. Like, I don't know. I thought they knew where the baby was and they were going to do like a
GoFundMe scam.
Yeah, like do like a GoFundMe and raise all this money, and then allegedly someone would return the baby, and then they would have the money. I don't know. That's what I originally had thought. I honestly didn't think this little boy was harmed in any way. Boy, was I fucking wrong. Like seriously wrong.
So I saw this case because of you. You posted it on the group. You posted their interview, and I didn't watch it right away. I think it took me a few hours to watch it, and then when I watched it, I went straight to YouTube and I watched the interview on YouTube. And in the comments, somebody said it best. They said, "Oh no, it's Tristyn and Jacqueline all over again." From the Orange case.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that's spot on. That comment is so spot on. I was so sketchy at watching them. Like I, for one, felt they were both involved. But as things unravel, we know that there was only one person who hurt him. That hurt him in, to the point that he died. But so I guess what I'm trying to say is on May 5th, Amari was with his mom's boyfriend in an apartment in Las Vegas. Now I say apartment because it was a hotel, but they were long stay residents. So he calls it his apartment. And when they say they search places, they say they search their apartment. So I just don't want to confuse people. So it was just a long-term residence hotel. And Amari, his mom, Taylor, they lived there with Taylor's boyfriend. And am I echoing?
No, you're fine.
Okay. So Taylor's mom had gotten attacked by a dog and he had eaten ligaments out of her foot. So she had to have like this really big surgery and she was going to be recovering where she lives in Colorado. She has a younger son. So she had asked Taylor to come help her, heal and take care of her brother. So she bought Taylor and Amari tickets to go to Colorado.
They were
supposed to have,
the mom bought them or her mom?
Taylor's mom bought the tickets.
Okay.
Yeah. So Taylor's mom bought the tickets for Taylor and her son, Amari, to go to Colorado. And she's even presented the flight plan to show that she did have a ticket for him. And he was supposed to be there April 30th. So
I wonder why she didn't end up. Do you know why she didn't end up taking him? Because what Amanda's saying is that there was 2 tickets, one for the mom and one for her son to go to Colorado. But do you know why she didn't end up taking him, or that hasn't been put up yet?
She told her mom actually was sending text messages to tons of people. She was trying to get her grandson found, and she was talking to whoever she could. And she said that she had asked her daughter why she hadn't taken him. And she said, I did ask. She said she wanted to get a job before she left. I told her I need her help with her brother and not to be working. No reason to leave him. No reason to leave him when I'm home and he can stay with me and can stay with him. So the mom doesn't know. Nobody knows. She made up a bogus excuse saying she wanted a job. So what a lot of people don't know is she had asked her to come stay for 6 weeks. So she flew to Colorado to stay with her mom for 6 weeks and left her son behind with what we now know is her boyfriend and not the biological father of this little boy.
Oh, wow. I didn't know any of that. So 6 weeks she was going to leave her son with him?
Well, I mean, by all accounts, that's what it appears because it was a one-way ticket to Colorado.
Oh, okay. And
So
she did say also, didn't she? Oh, sorry, go on. Go.
so while in Colorado, the first day that she was there, Amari's mom did talk to Amari on FaceTime while he was with the stepdad, and the grandma heard. So the grandma did talk to Amari while the mom was there. But after that, they never talked to him again on FaceTime.
What day was
So
that?
this was on the 30th when she got there.
Okay. And then he was reported missing on the 5th?
I believe he was reported missing on the 5th, yes.
Okay.
So let's see, on the 5th, yes, Wednesday. So on the 5th, she was alerted by her boyfriend early at 6 a.m. that a woman had come to the hotel, knocked on the door, stated that she was Amari's biological aunt and that she was going to be taking Amari per the mom's request. The dad, the stepdad or boyfriend, said in his press conference that he turned around to grab stuff that belonged to Amari and to call his girlfriend to see if it was true. And essentially, he's trying to say that she ran off with the kid, but he doesn't really say that. He says that he turned around, and by the time he looked back, she said, "I don't need anything from you for him," and then that she left. By the time he got a hold of his girlfriend, she was gone. He couldn't find her, but he didn't say that she ran off or anything. He just said that she didn't want anything from them for the baby, and that before he could even really respond, she had decided to take him anyway. So he justifies himself giving a baby up to a complete stranger by saying that his girlfriend had told him before she left that somebody was going to be coming by. Didn't specify who, didn't specify why, didn't specify for what. But I guess his girlfriend had said that somebody was going to come by, so he said he kept that in his head, and he assumed that that's what the biological aunt was there for. Now, the biological aunt, when she got wind of this, she immediately went to the press and said, "This is me. Here I am. I don't have the baby. And in fact, I'm going to put $30,000 worth of my own money for a finder's fee. Like, if anybody can find this baby, I have the reward money."
Yeah, and she was very emotional. I mean, she was
You messed with the wrong one right there.
She was crying, and she's the one who put up the money. I wasn't sure if she's the one or if like it was overall all of them, because I believe the baby daddy they have money, correct? Because that's what she says, the mom. She says that they have money, they have they're stable and everything like that. So that's a lot of money to put up.
Yes, it is. And when I say they messed with the wrong one, it's because what you said. She is so emotional. She's been giving conferences and she's been looking for him, and she was trying to get billboards put up, and she wanted to find this baby. And mind you, this sister, biological aunt, I don't know if she had even met the baby. I do know that the biological father met him one time, but that he talked to him on FaceTime. He had been trying to work out plans with the mom to get the baby more. And then that he said that he tried to take him for Christmas time, but that she said that she already had plans made out, so he couldn't go with the dad. That's neither here nor there. We don't know if that's true or not, but it sounds like this guy was trying to get into his child's life and she wouldn't let him. Now, it also sounds like she had a reason to not take him to Colorado. I'm going to say right now, with what the grandmother has said about this woman being beat by her boyfriend and him having hit her and the child, that she was hiding that baby. He was already abusing this baby, and she couldn't let him go anywhere, including Colorado or to his dad's house, because he was already being hurt. I'm just going to go out there and go out on a limb and say that right now. So he tried to say that the biological aunt came and kidnapped the baby, and then the mom found out in Colorado, flew back home. She said she had to drive 2 hours to the airport just to fly back home and to try to find her son. She does this press conference, which Crazy has the image pulled up right here, and they look completely sketch. They don't look like they have any emotions other than stress. And she's backing up her boyfriend 100%, even at times taking charge and giving part of his giving part of his story in the interview.
Yeah, their story, I want to play a little bit of it, but their story, watching it, you knew something was not right. You knew someone is lying there. It just seems, in one, she was saying that she's been so distraught and she's been, it's been hard on her. But then again, I see no emotions. And one thing I always look at is if someone's saying, I was so distraught, I've been crying and just broken because my baby is gone. I'm going to look at your eyes and, I would think to see red eyes. I would think to see swollen eyes, kind of like how Aiden Fuchi's mom looked when she went on that Zoom call. Her eyes were swollen. Swollen. And you can tell she had been crying all night. So when people say, I've been crying, I was so emotional, but yet I don't see it, I question that.
Yeah, she doesn't look distraught at all. And, you can't really judge people, but I'm just going to say this. I would be beside myself if my child was missing.
Yeah. Well, and you're right. You can't judge them on how everybody reacts differently. But again, if, like I said, if they're saying that they've been crying all night, then I should see signs in your face right now that you've been crying, like red eyes, swollen eyes, and I don't see any of that stuff, so I'm not saying she's involved or anything like that, but I do wonder, and this is something I did ask Amanda, did she know prior to us all finding out about it? You know what I'm saying? I do wonder if she found out before this news press conference was.
She definitely knew before the news press conference because she's the one who told the news that he had confessed to her and that.
No, but before this one that you see on the screen. So when she was looking side-eyed at him like. Mm-hmm.
So our girl D Irish is saying below that she stopped people from searching in the area where they had ended up finding him. I hadn't heard of this, but I will definitely look into that part. So long story short, guys, she comes home, they do this press conference, and nobody knows where Amari is. They're holding on to this sob story that somebody has kidnapped him, but the person who was supposed to have kidnapped him came forward and said, it is not me. Now, the mom never went to look for him. The boyfriend never went to look for him. And in fact, it appears as if she kept going on with her life. People have pictures of her updating her OnlyFans. Now, this is a pay-for-play site that sometimes in places like Las Vegas is used for sex workers to get clients. And I'm not saying that it means anything, but I am saying that she obviously has enough time on her hands to be doing, to be out there searching for her son. If she is updating her OnlyFans, she has enough time to be out there looking for her son while strangers are out there looking for her son. She shouldn't be on social media answering questions. I have dozens of screenshots of her and her sister backing up her story on Facebook. Again, if you have that kind of time, go out and look for your child in the hot blistering sun in Las Vegas, please.
Wait, so you're saying that when her son's missing, she was never out there searching for her son?
Not that I haven't seen any reports of her having looked for the baby.
And she was on her OnlyFans page?
Yes.
Wow. See, this is why Amanda's so great, because she gets all these details right here, especially when it comes to social media stuff. Amanda will find it. And she even has a screenshot, she said.
The Irish said that she upped her prices on her OnlyFans when the news broke.
Did she really?
Yeah. So what it is, it's a pay-for-play site. You can post pictures or videos, and then they pay to watch them, and you can change your premium prices. So if what D Irish is saying is true, she upped her premium prices, so when they would click on her pictures, it cost more to see them. So yes, she was gaining money while her son was missing and updating her OnlyFans, which that part is true. That's not fake. And the mother says that when they asked her, do you know about your daughter being on OnlyFans? She said, yes, my daughter is a sex worker and he is her boss.
So, okay, so the mom's name is, what's the mom's name?
I have her name right here, but I'll pull it up for you.
No, Amari's mom's name.
Taylor.
So, okay, so Taylor, so you guys know, is the mom. Then we have Amari, obviously, is the little boy. And then the boyfriend who is charged with the crime, his name is
Loser.
that deadbeat motherfucker. No, for us, what's his name?
To be completely honest with you, I forgot, but I'll look it up because I
Well,
don't
I
care
have,
about him.
I have it up on the YouTube thing so we can look at that. I just want to make sure, because since you're saying the mom, so everybody knows. So Taylor is Amari's mom.
Yes.
And then her mom has been very vocal.
His
on
name's
social
Terrell
media.
Rhodes.
Terrell, there you go. So Taylor's mom has been very vocal on social media. She's not holding back. She is putting it all out there. So she's saying that her daughter, right, was, I mean, a worker if she had a pimp. I'm sorry. She had an OnlyFans page and she never went out searching for her son. She was busy on her OnlyFans page, which, okay.
Now, Teresa's saying there haven't been any new posts since the 20th of April, and that could very well be true, but she did up her prices on the pictures that she had previously, so that does show that she did change it. And then people have screenshots out there already showing how she's been updating it. It says last on 20 minutes ago and stuff like that. And again, not saying it's bad. A sex worker needs to keep working, get your money how you can, but not while your child is missing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, do what you got to do to make your money. No judgment zone here at all. But again, if your 2-year-old is missing, be out there looking for him. I mean, for everything that we did see though on the news outlets, when they were doing the searches, it was the baby daddy's family out there, like the aunties and stuff were out there looking for him.
Right.
I never seen her there. But again, she can easily, I don't know, she could say that, well, they don't get along. But again, that's no excuse.
Right. And, I was just saying that because you asked, was she looking for him? And even if they show us instances where she was looking for him, she obviously was preoccupied in other times when she should have just been out. I mean, where would you be if your kid was missing?
Yeah, I mean, even if the officer said, stay here, I'd be like, you're fucking crazy. I'm out there looking for my kid. I mean, there would be no one would be able to keep me inside my house. I would be out there looking under everywhere. I'd be knocking on doors. I would be, no.
So unfortunately, Amari has been found, and Amari was found deceased. They're saying he was buried between the complex next door to the one where he was staying and a cinder block wall. And you can actually see right back there now that the tape is gone and the cops are gone. It wasn't even hidden. He just took him back there and he disposed of him to hide him not even a block away. Like we were saying with the Tristyn Bailey case, 0.3 miles away. This one was probably 0.3 miles away as well.
So do you know if, sorry for interrupting you, but do you know if that hotel had security? Because I did see that the news were trying to get security, their surveillance, and they said that they weren't able to give any of that up because it's an open investigation. So I wonder if they did have any surveillance there. Did it show him walking out with the little boy, or did you put him in a bag? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because he was little. He was only 2, you guys.
Right. And your guess is as good as mine. That's all I heard too. When they asked, do they have surveillance at the hotel? They said, that this is under investigation. We can't disclose that. And then what I'm guessing is if there was, they gave it up and that's why they're not disclosing it. Maybe they caught him on camera. I don't know, but he did confess. Terrell Rhodes has confessed to the murder of the baby. And he did it because he peed his pants. And this is just a rumor, but it is out there that the police found a video on his phone of him doing it and then he deleted it. And this is a rumor. And I say rumor just because we don't know if it's true, but this was said by the grandmother, Carrie. So the maternal grandmother has said that she does know that he killed the baby and that he did it because he had a potty training accident. He disposed of him and he recorded it. Yeah,
so he beat him is what they're saying. We don't have any reports out for that yet, but what the grandmother is saying is that he peed in his pants and he beat him because of it. And he recorded the action of him doing it, or he recorded the aftermath. Do you know?
I do not know, but I do know that Carrie, the grandmother, said that he recorded it, deleted it, and then that the cops recovered it.
Oh, wow. So that just shows, I mean, if he recorded, I'm sorry, but that's disgusting. I mean, the crime alone is disgusting, but I'm wondering if he recorded it and possibly he was going to show the baby's mom, like if he was angry with her. I mean, the baby's mom, in the interview, she does say that he was upset that she went to Colorado and she was going to be out there. He was upset over it. So I wonder, and they did have an argument, she said.
They did.
So I'm wondering, by him recording it, was he this sick F that he was going to send it to her? Like, oh, that makes me sick.
Well, check this out. In text messages that Taylor sent somebody, she put, "I'm so broken right now." And the friend asked, "What happened?" She said, "My boyfriend beat my baby to death because he peed his pants." And the friend asked, "Why did he do this? Oh my God, did this happen while you were in Colorado?" And she put, "Happened Wednesday morning when he called me. He sent me those messages." Now, that's the only thing that the screenshot shows. But what you just said right now goes very well with, with her saying when he sent me those messages. Maybe he was trying to taunt her.
I think so. I mean, why would you record it? That makes no freaking sense. That's disgusting. But you can see right here on the image. So this is where it was literally like a block away.
Yeah, less than a block away.
Mm-hmm.
You could see the sign for the apartments or from the hotel from where they found him.
Yeah. I don't know. This case is, so he has been arrested. Should we listen to this? Let me put the volume up. Hold on, you guys.
Body, and just over an hour ago, we saw Taylor Nicholson, Amari's mother, right outside of the Siegel Suites here. Officials were questioning her for about a half an hour in the adjacent parking lot right along the wall between Emerald Suites and Siegel Suites. The atmosphere was tense. Onlookers were emotional and suspicious as they watched the mother being questioned.
Hold on, I want to show you this.
Were emotional.
So this right here, right, is where he was found.
Mm-hmm.
So his body was right here somewhere. I mean, it's just
buried.
He was buried?
They say buried, yeah.
Oh my God.
So it looks like it's like gravel and then has dirt under it.
Oh my God, how horrible. I didn't know that. I just know they found him right here. And I was like, literally, people are just walking. Wow. Hold on, let me put play.
One of the things that I heard was when they were talking to the mom right there, that people were yelling, "We love you, Amari," and then that they started yelling at the cops to arrest her.
Oh, yeah. People were saying, "Arrest the mom."
That made me cry when I heard it.
It makes me want to cry just looking at that's where his little body was.
And suspicious as they watched the mother being questioned. We're working on learning the manner in which he was found, if he was buried or found above ground somewhere. But the coroner was here escorting the remains into a big white funeral home van, and a crime scene investigation unit was here too. Amari's mother could be seen looking somber as officials questioned her, but as I mentioned, onlookers, many of whom were here this morning looking for the body, voiced suspicion about the mother's apparent composure.
I'd be hysterically crying and going crazy.
He deserves to be put to rest like a normal human being and not thrown away like trash.
Now, Amari's mother did not appear to be in handcuffs, and after about 30 minutes of questioning by police, she appeared to get into what looked like a private citizen vehicle and left the scene. And I'll have more details coming up later in the show, but first, let's send it to Fox 5's Drew Andre. Drew, everything kind of cleared out here when his mother left the scene. Drew, you're live just around the corner from...
Yeah, so I wonder if anything will come to light from the mom. It wouldn't surprise me. Like after the fact, I mean. Obviously, we know she was in Colorado, so she wasn't there for the crime, but I do wonder if after the fact, anything will come to light with that one.
And, they're all speculating that the mom isn't freaking out right here. Now, when she was saying that she was still thinking he was missing or kidnapped, that's maybe a reason to say that she didn't need to freak out yet, because he could have still very well been with whoever the boyfriend said. But now when you find out your baby's been found and your boyfriend did it, you're not freaking out?
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that, because that's one thing. This case is one case that me and my boyfriend have been talking a lot about. And that's one thing I was, when we watched the video, and I'm going to play it right now, but when we watched the video when they're first talking about Amari being missing, I was like, well, maybe she isn't besides herself, because low key she thinks he's with, the baby's actual father. So maybe that's why, because she even says, like, I just hope he's, playing and, having fun. And it just made me feel like, did she really think that the baby's dad had him? So maybe that's why she wasn't, besides herself at that moment. But you make a good point. Right now, she just learned her baby is gone. And I mean, everyone does show emotions differently. So we can't really say too much on that. But I don't know. I just know I'd be like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, Mama Bear's, Mama Bear's stating the facts that she could be on benzos, and this could be very well the reason why she's not showing
What's
any
benzo?
emotion. But girl,
What's benzos?
Benzodiazepines, so
Oh,
like downers,
yeah.
like Ativan or Xanax.
Sorry. I'm like, what is that?
Oh, right. Sharcy reminded me to say that she said in the press conference that he needed his medication, that he had asthma.
Yes. The little boy had asthma. And he also said that he had a rash on his neck or something like that. And he needed his medicine for that, he had said. Amanda, wasn't there somebody else also that when the baby was born, there was another guy that was actually from day one raising him that isn't the baby dad and isn't this guy that's been arrested? There was actually a third person who seemed to be all hands on with the little boy, right?
Yes, that one actually made me cry.
I'm gonna try to find it, and I hope this video don't get doxxed for me showing all these. I'm not sure how that works. I normally don't show news clippings, so I'm like low key. Like,
these are they're very good informative news clips. At least I've been feeling in the last few days, where I don't even know how to omit them from my videos, because these journalists are actually, they're doing their due diligence, and I respect them for it. So I understand why you're pulling it up.
Also, in the one where the one we're gonna watch after this, how the mom has her hands on her back, like holding them, like, you know what I'm saying, like she's holding her arms the whole time, and then as soon as she releases her arm and it's in like front view, the camera guy like focuses on her arm, and it looks like she has like this red, I don't know if it's a bruise, but she has like a red mark on her arm. So I don't know, I thought that was interesting how the news people, they're watching everything.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see.
So what Crazy was saying was that this boyfriend, she tried to say that he was the baby's stepdad and that she trusted him with him, and he says that he's the baby's stepdad and that he loves the baby and he calls him his son and so on and so forth. But this guy actually has pictures and proof, and like you could see like a full-blown timeline that he was actually this child's father. He was there when he was born. He raised him. It looks like they did a lot of things together, like Christmases and stuff. And I guess he and the girl and the mom broke up last summer. So it'll be a year soon that they broke up, which it still isn't long enough for her to have replaced him and then called this guy, his stepdad. And then this guy,
he was no longer in his life no more, or she wouldn't let him see, or do you know if he was still able to be in the baby's life after they broke up? Because he was there in the hospital. There's a photo of him holding the baby literally in the hospital. And I mean, there's a lot of photos of them together. So he seemed like he was taking care of that little boy, and he wasn't even his.
Yeah. I don't know if he was allowed to see the baby, but it did appear by all instances that he loved him like if it was his own.
Yeah. And I don't remember what that one looked like from the outside. Do you? The one?
I think it's that one right there.
Oh, this one.
Boyfriend.
Okay. I'm gonna play it.
His name's Jacquees Knowles, and he was dating Taylor Nicholson when she gave birth to Amari. Knowles said he stepped in because Amari needed a father. Knowles and Taylor broke up last year, but he's continued to love Amari like his own.
October 26th, man, changed my life.
Jacquees Knowles held Amari Nicholson the day he was born.
I thought, from having a child, things would be difficult. That's another life a human being have to take care of. And when I got him, things just so easy, just so magical.
Knowles isn't Amari's biological father, but was with his mother, Taylor Nicholson, from day one of Amari's life.
They're dressed the
He was just a calm, sweet baby, man. He was never difficult. Never. I already knew he was into sports because that was our, the pictures I have, that's mostly why we would sleep together on the couch, watching ESPN News.
Knowles said he and Taylor broke up over the summer, and the last time he saw Amari was November of last year. News of his murder knocked him off the floor.
My neighbor had to come pick me up off the floor because I'm hysterical. I don't want to leave the house. I don't know what to do. I'm beyond hurt. I don't know where to place this anger.
Knowles said after the vigil, he'll go home and cherish the memories he had with Amari, who he calls his son.
I'm just being level-headed right now for this and this situation of the scene. Oh, when I go back home, I'm going to ball up in my cover. I'm going to look at our pictures. I'm going to hold his favorite teddy bear.
So sad.
Mickey Mouse teddy bear. I'm going to hold the blanket that we got made for Christmas. Mickey Mouse was his favorite character. I just want to be here and be in peace, and pay respects to my son and just be as peaceful as possible, man.
Yeah, she messed up when she left that guy.
Yeah, and like I said in chat, no, I'm not crying. Like Amanda sent that to me. She's like, no, I'm not crying. You're crying. And then I seen it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not crying. I was like, oh my gosh, like all those photos. And even the baby daddy, like you said, he only seen him once, I think.
One
you
time.
said. Yeah, so clearly this little boy had someone in his life from the very beginning who clearly loved him. And that's a good man right there to raise somebody else's kid. That's a good man right there.
Yeah, and Vitel and Sharcia reminding me to bring up that she hadn't spoken to Amari's biological family in a long time, and then that the dad didn't come out of jail until last December, I think, and he was actually in jail for beating her when she was pregnant with Amari.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. So I'm not sure. What do you want me to play? A little bit of what do you want me to play? Or
before we go anywhere, we do have to show. This is Carrie. Sorry, guys. This is Carrie. She's the biological grandmother, the maternal grandmother, and by all accounts, she is the hero here. This woman stopped at nothing. She didn't care who she was talking to. She was talking to everybody, letting them know the facts, whether it hurt her daughter or not. She wanted to make sure that this story got out there, and she talked to everybody and anybody. And I think it's because of her that this guy cracked.
Let me rewind. Let me play it.
But she was her grandson's biggest advocate, and I feel so sorry for her.
He was the sweetest soul. Aww. He always smiled and played, and he was rambunctious and spunky.
Hurt. Shocking. I just don't see how you could do this to your own child.
Just a devastating development yesterday in the case of Amari Nicholson.
It's just, I don't know. You see other people who aren't, I'm crying right now. Like my eyes are watering. It's heartbreaking, this case right here. It's extremely heartbreaking. And I'm just glad that he confessed, and I'm glad he's in custody. And Amanda, when he was arrested, didn't he fight law enforcement and got their gun?
Yes, he fought law enforcement and struggled with them and took one of their guns. They said it de-escalated quickly, and he's going to be probably facing more charges for that.
Yeah, what a freaking idiot! Seriously, what an idiot!
And honestly,
I'm saying he's a piece of shit. He hurt this little 2-year-old, beat him to death. That's a piece of shit in my opinion. And I don't even care if this video gets reported by me cussing so goddamn much, but. Seriously, this is heartbreaking. Like this is a heartbreaking case. He was an adorable little. No matter what, he was 2 years old. 2 years old. And it's just heartbreaking. And you see people that didn't even know him, like us, people in chat, people that that stood at that hotel, or just people that learned of the case. I seen some lady said that she learned of the case and she went down there because she has children herself, and she was crying herself on camera. And yet, I'm sorry, and I know we shouldn't pass judgment, but I don't know. And the mom's just not. I don't know.
I just have full blown chills right now because I remember something that happened. It was in one of the news reports that a lady was searching for him when she heard that they found his body, and she ran over there because she didn't want him to be alone anymore.
Oh, I know. Yeah, she went over there and she didn't want him to be alone, so she went over there.
Mm-hmm. And that broke my heart because, this takes me back to the mom. Where were you? What were you doing? And why did you leave your baby with this man? I wouldn't leave. I hate to interject myself into these cases sometimes, but I wouldn't leave my child with a boyfriend. And especially not if I was going to be gone for 6 weeks, especially if he had a flight to go over there. I think that she is complicit in the fact that this child was being abused and she knew. And I think that she needs to suffer some consequences, whether it be allowing him to get abused or hindering this investigation.
Yeah, well, like I said earlier, we don't know, law enforcement. And one thing, when they did the news press conference, who was that? The DA? Was that the DA that did the news press conference? Amanda?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So when he comes out, he just says there's been an arrest, and what happened, and he just walked away. He didn't take no questions, nothing. He's not releasing anything with this case. He just came out and said he was arrested. What happened? He tried to take the officer's gun, and then when he was done, he walked away. He didn't answer shit. So I thought that was interesting too. He didn't even answer any questions. So again, we don't know if charges will be on her, or again, they're going through everything right now, you guys. So who knows what's going to end up coming. Do you guys want to watch this video really quick?
Oh man, is this the yeah?
This is the one that I can't believe that I seriously didn't think the little boy was hurt. I just thought the mom was so calm about it. I thought that she just thought the baby, either she thought the baby was really with the baby daddy, and I thought this might have been like a family matter. You know what I'm saying? Like when someone takes the kid because you're not letting them see the kid. Like I didn't think anybody hurt the child. Yeah, I didn't. And it's funny because everybody else was like, oh, I knew he was guilty. I knew it. And here I am. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know. Let me put play though. Hold on. Can you guys see it okay on your end?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
Rolls. R-H-O-D-S. Okay. Do you guys both live in Las Vegas then? Yes. Okay. Well, I guess just tell me your thoughts. I mean, this is 2 days now without your son. What's going through your mind?
Devastated. For the best of his return, and just saying our prayers and hoping that God's looking out for him, that he's not in any type of distress or danger. Just want to make it as soon as possible, the best condition possible.
And your thoughts?
Go to the amount that the father's saying that his sister didn't come get him, and if that's really the case, then where's my son?
I mean, it seems to be, yeah. I mean, there's different stories floating around out there. I mean, can you just explain to me what you think happened? Or like,
he had got a knock on the door at 6 a.m. from a lady representing herself as Georgina's sister, and then situation process, he's trying to call me and figure out what's going on, and I'm asleep in Colorado and I wasn't able to answer in time, so as he's getting in bed, she grabs the baby and lets him by the time he's able to.
They're saying it's a little low, crazy.
Yeah, I have it on full blast. I don't know.
so you think this was the father's sister who came?
My knowledge is.
And what is her name?
Jasmine Stovall.
Okay, and his sister.
She's
And why
probably
was
low.
she not there?
lived, but they never knew the apartment, so they stalked us until they were able to find where the baby was.
Why would she take him?
Because the dad wanted to be the father figure to us.
He didn't want to see him get raised by me and her. He wanted to be in his child's life with the rest of his kids. He has a house. He has a stable foundation with 4 other more children, and the only missing piece was Amari.
I've always tried to be the cordial parent as never not allowed him to see him or contact him. I just always told him, as long as you put in the effort to be in your child's life and show that you're trying to be the father, then that's fine. But he wasn't doing that. He wouldn't reach out, wouldn't call. It would always just be a message, and once in a blue moon. It was never consistent, never like he really wanted to do that. And then we had an argument on Monday, and then he did this on Wednesday.
So, you're saying that she came and took him. Has anybody talked to her at this point?
Police talked to her. We called. They're denying everything. They've been searched, and he's nowhere to be found. So we're just waiting until he shows up somewhere.
So she's saying that I didn't take him, right? So who do you know who went there with him in the first place then? With the hotel, who took Amari to the hotel? Was he? Weren't they staying at the Emerald Suites?
Yes, that's where we live.
That's where you live. Okay, I'm confused. So.
We lived at the Emerald Days outside watching to see where we were.
Sorry, guys.
And that's when they realized when they saw Amari.
Sorry, the Wi-Fi is acting up. But so that's why everybody was confused, because it's a hotel, but she calls it an apartment, and she'll say the apartment number. So the news guy's like, I'm confused. Wait, who apartment? I wonder whose house this is.
Yeah. That's definitely a house that they're at right there. I believe the mom,
the house.
Her mom, Carrie, says that she's known Terrell and his family for over 12 years. So I'm assuming that maybe they're at his family's home.
Probably, yeah.
Now, the news reports all say that they found evidence of blood splatter on his apartment wall. Earlier, I said that they stayed at a long-term hotel and that sometimes they do call it an apartment. I was going to mention that we still don't know if they meant his apartment or his hotel apartment. From what I do know, sex workers do stay at hotels, and their bosses usually have their own homes, and then they just come and pick up money and come give orders, so on and so forth. And we don't know how far the relationship actually was. So I'm not going to speculate and say that they found this evidence at the hotel apartment. It could have been his own apartment where they found this stuff. So we really don't know where the crime scene took place, because we don't see any tape around the hotel itself or anybody reporting it anymore. I believe the first day there was, but we don't know. And we don't know whose house that they were just at, because that was a house, it had a garage and everything. We lost Crazy.
I'm back.
Got you?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. It did this to me yesterday too. StreamYard literally just kicked me out. It's so weird. I'm like low-key paranoid. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys take on this one? This one's sad. This one is a really, really sad case.
Yeah. And the saddest part is that as I'm wrapping up this one, not wrapping up as in getting past it or anything, but I was trying to get a video together, but so much stuff keeps coming out that I couldn't even finish it. But as I was wrapping this up, then several people are talking about the Alabama parents that also did a very sketchy press conference, and I'll be posting that video too. It's gonna be a very long video day. But
which one is that? Is that
if you don't know, you haven't seen it. It's two parents from Alabama just yesterday, I believe, and they're giving a press conference on their missing baby, and they are so twacked out. There's no denying
Oh
it.
yes, I think Dee shared that in the group, and the guy's wearing a gray shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, do one on that. That one is crazy. That I
So
mean,
they found the baby, and he's been arrested.
the baby's only 5 weeks old.
Yeah, was only 5 weeks old. Yeah.
That's so sad. So, you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up right now. I do want to thank everyone for joining us for this day live. Sorry for all the technical difficulties, StreamYard kicking me out, me being nervous on sharing my screen all of a sudden, acting like I don't know what I'm doing. This is what happened when I go live too early. My brain ain't functioning. I really want to thank Amanda for being here as my guest and talking this case. I think we'll go live again, maybe on Amanda's channel next time. We'll go back and forth. I don't know how that works with you. Maybe talking these cases, these two right here. I think everybody will like that. Any last words, Amanda?
I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on why you feel like you need to follow these cases too. Because sometimes I question myself and I go back, like, why am I doing this to myself? When my husband walks up and I'm, recording a video and I don't want him to hear it because it's so bad, I question myself.
Do you get nervous?
I want to know what your thoughts are.
Do you get nervous when I can't record when anyone is around me? I have to have nobody around me. And even when I re-listen to it, I get nervous when my boyfriend hears it. I don't know why. I'm so weird.
Yeah, it's also sad, and I will be uploading. I'll upload this video to the Terrell Rhodes one.
You're gonna have that one today?
I'll try to. Yeah, I can actually have those really quick. Those are easy. But I will upload the Terrell Rhodes one. I will upload the Amari video that I'm making, and then the one of the Alabama parents, and whatever we have on that.
Yeah, and then for me, I'll have Nate's mom's video up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, tomorrow I'll have Nate's mom's video up. Does anyone know, because I know a lot of you guys watch Mexi, do you guys know when he's gonna upload the interview he did with Nate's mom? Does anybody know? Amber, you're one of his mods, no? Maybe you might know. I'm like waiting for that to come, for him to do that one. I am so interested on seeing that one. Thank you, Amy, so much for your super chat, girlfriend.
So Amanda in the comments is asking if we know any charges will be pulled up on the mom, and we don't know as of now if any charges will be pulled up on her. But there are cases like this where moms have left their babies with men that they knew were already abusive, and they do get charges of aggravated child abuse, so on and so forth. Yeah.
And wasn't there actually with this case, wasn't there one CPS called?
Yes.
But nothing was found on it or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her mom is adamant that she has been trying to get attention called to Terrell beating both Amari and his mom. So it appears as if CPS once again has failed.
And maybe, I mean, I'm not finding excuses for the mom at all, but I'm just, these cases are just sad, but I'm just wondering if she was in an abusive relationship with him. I know us who aren't in that type of relationship, it's easy for us to say, well, then why would you leave your 2-year-old? Maybe she was scared. I don't know. Maybe she had to leave the baby because he said he knew that if the baby was there, she'd come back.
That's what a lot of people are saying. But
I don't know.
But remember, she had a one-way ticket to Colorado. She didn't have her return ticket yet, so that's not that.
Well, that's not. No, well, I don't know. Sometimes, like, even when people come out and fly out here and visit me and stay with me, a lot of times, I'm not even gonna kid you, they get a plane ticket out here and then they don't do, they only get one way. And then when they're here, when they're ready to go back, I guess maybe because there's no real exact date they want to go back, maybe. So maybe she just was planning on staying longer. I don't know, but why not take the baby again? I don't know.
I'm going to say myself that I believe the baby was already being hurt, and she couldn't take him because he couldn't be seen out in public.
Oh, like he had bruises or something? Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's a sad, sad case, this one. He was such a sweet looking boy. He looked well taken care of from what we seen.
He did.
He did. It wasn't like he looked like he wasn't being fed or bathed. Sometimes when these cases happen, they end up showing the baby or the child, and you can totally tell there was neglect in that home. With this one, I mean, I would not have guessed it, but you just never know what's really going on behind closed doors. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we can bring any awareness to this, it's keep your kids at home longer, hold on to them tighter, put that Ring camera outside your daughter's bedroom, talk to your son who has aggression problems. And if you have a boyfriend who has a history of abuse, do not leave your children with him.
TJ Cook says, then how did the FaceTime work out with the grandma not noticing if he had been abused?
Well, there's those people that get catfished, and you're like, how'd you not know you were getting catfished? Well, he was always in a dark room, or something like that. And sometimes abuse doesn't always have to be on the face. It could be a broken arm.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be broken ribs. Sometimes these babies suffer for a long time before anybody actually finds out.
Yeah, that's true. And obviously someone who reported that's what we should look into, who reported that one CPS call, because there is allegedly a CPS call that was called. Nothing was found on it, but there was one. So we should see and look to see if we can find any information about that. So obviously someone thought there was abuse going on in the home. Emotional abuse, guy says. Yeah, there's all kinds of different abuse, you guys. I mean, I think the one thing that is obvious when you watch the video, go back and watch that video of him, Terrell, correct? And the mom, when they first do that news interview, look at he seems like he's just watching her the whole time. To me, I kept thinking he was looking at her, seeing if she was lying. I don't know. I just felt like he may be very, very controlling over her. So definitely, I'm just gonna, my opinion, possibly there was, mental abuse going on in that home too. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's also sad, and like you said, abuse comes in several different forms, and the best way to look out for it is to be aware of it.
Yeah.
But thank you, Crazy, for doing this. And I definitely think that people want to know about these cases right now. I can't stop thinking about it. So
yeah, and I just want to thank everybody too, because you guys are going to start noticing on the channel. For me, I know we talked the Watts case, but what the hell was that, Amanda? Are you outside? But you guys are going to start seeing, I'm going to be covering other cases. I do want to look into Maya Miliete case. That's the woman who went missing, I believe, 4 months ago, from Chula Vista, California. And there's a lot of information coming out with that. I know Unmasked is covering it, and they're doing an amazing job. But other than Unmasked, I'm not sure I see anybody else really covering that case. So that is something I want to look into. So you guys are going to have a little bit of both on my channel now going forward. You're going to have different true crime cases, and then you'll have the Watts case to look at. But I do want to thank all of you guys for being here with me, and Amanda. Thank you again, Amanda, for all your hard work you do. I tell you guys this all the time. Amanda really does great research. I'm not even just saying that because she's my mod or because, me and her are friends. She really does. I don't know how she finds some of the things she finds. I'm like, how the frick do you find this shit?
Google.
But Google. I do Google too. Yeah, but she's really good at what she does. So make sure you guys sub to Amanda's channel, watch her videos, share them. Sharing someone's video does help a channel grow. I always tell you guys that, and it's just a free way. So help Amanda get that channel to grow really big. She does a really amazing work. And I feel like I'm always like the mom with Amanda. I'm always like, Amanda, Amanda, this and this and this and this.
I did not. Okay, first of all, that was a motorcycle. I did not fart. And thank you for the shout out, Crazy. You do amazing research too.
That was her farting. She's lying. That was a long fart. She was holding it in.
But I'd like to thank you, Crazy, too, because there are some times where I will just say stuff and you'll come back with a, how do you know? Where did you get it? Where's the source? And you make me go back and get my source. And sometimes I do forget to do that because I was always researching for myself. And now I do double back. And
it's always good to have, though, your source and, something to show because for me, too, even for myself. And I think that's why I print everything out, too, because sometimes you forget and you're like, wait, especially with the Watts case, when you've been following it for so long, you're like, wait, where did I get this information from? Was it an actual fact from paperwork, discovery, from an interview, or is this just something I heard from Facebook groups? You know what I mean? Because, damn, there's just so much stuff being put out there.
And before we sign off, I'm going to highlight Andrea Delaney's comment up there that Watts is quiet right now, just like they want it, while the 35C is still going on.
Wait, did you highlight? Can you highlight it? Or
no, I'm saying highlight it by saying it.
Oh, I want to highlight it. Let me see it. Wait.
Because it's true. She's right. That's exactly what's going on.
But I would. Do you mean like quiet, like no drama from it, or do you mean like? What do you mean?
Well, quiet as in no drama from the rumor mill on that side of the case that usually comes out every once in a while to get us all stirred up on the case. Right now, everything's kind of dead because. I don't know. They don't need to stir anything up right now. They need it to be quiet.
Is anybody writing to Chris? Is Jen here or did she leave? Oh my God. That letter that Jen posted in our group was hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah. All right, guys. So again, thank you for being here with us. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day and I hope you guys have a good day. Yeah. Anything else you want to say, Amanda?
Goodbye. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Goodbye, guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Real fast. Say it again.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Peace out, guys. Bye.